One lap to green. Line up on the inside. Pit road is closed. Car, catch the 2 car.
First gear restarts.
Oh, I wouldn't. I think it could at Pocono.
What was your question, Dan?
First gear for the starts, restarts.
I've been using the second, but I'm a little fussy on that.
It was in the old car. I'll try it again. I'm in the back. If I bin it, I'll bin it. I'll let you know if it doesn't work.
That's the only way you can learn.
Man, these cars are good looking.
Get ready, going green.
They are, and they're nice to drive, too.
Green, green, green. Outside. Clear. Car inside.
And our first yellow flag.
Stay high. There's a car on the low side. Clear. Car outside. Clear outside. Car inside. Keep high. Clear inside. The yellow flag is out. Line up, single file.
First caution.
Catch the 15 car.
Saw that one
Catch the
coming
15
a mile away.
car.
That sounds bound to get wrecked one of these days.
From P1 to P16 in the first 5 laps.
Nice.
From P1?
P21 to P16.
I was P20 to P14.
Jerk, you're one better than me.
For once, I'm gonna gloat for about 5 minutes here. That'll all change in the next few laps, I'm sure. By the way, how was it starting in first? Any problems?
None.
Okay.
I didn't mash it. The 12 didn't have any problems in first. The old Indy car, you started in first, but it kicked at about like 8,000 RPMs right when you got into the power band. So you had to
Pit road is now
crack
open.
the throttle then and then flat-foot it the rest of the way.
Yeah, all of a sudden it would just push you to the left.
Or the right, or whatever.
It would break loose, bottom line.
Man, pit stops are so much less nerve-wracking in the Indy car where you just can have a pit speed limiter.
1 lap to green. Line up, single file.
I like pit limiters all right.
Has NASCAR said whether they're gonna add pit limiters to the cars or not?
I doubt it.
I
It's
agree,
always-
because that's
Like the whole point of the car is to be like really low-tech
Basic.
and basic. They still have the same manual 4-speed transmission they've had in there forever.
yeah.
Till they decide to go all pit speed limiter, paddle shift, bullcrap. And,
Can you imagine the shit show if they added paddle shift?
Oh my god, they would. I'm not sure who would be more unpopular, NASCAR or Obama in that particular demographic.
It's like if I was the guy who had to announce it, I'd just walk out. It's like there's no fucking way.
Yeah.
I'd probably get shot.
Well, what you do is, so listen what these idiots told me.
Also, speaking of pit stops, IndyCar is supposed to get the pit crew treatment next.
The pace car is in. Green flag, green flag.
Oh, that'll be cool. That's fun. I like watching that.
You won't be seeing much in IndyCar, though.
In VR, you will.
Oh, right. Just rub it in, won't you?
Outside. Still there. Hold your line. Stay low. There's a car on the high side.
3 wide going into tunnel.
Outside. Stay low. There's a car on the high side.
We survived
Still
somehow.
there. Hold your line. Clear outside. Car outside. Stay low. Clear outside. Car outside. Clear outside. Outside. Clear outside. Outside. You're in the middle. 3 wide. Inside. 2 wide. Clear inside. Outside. Clear outside. Car outside. Clear outside. Go high. The yellow flag is out. Line up. Single file. Pit road is closed.
Sorry about getting high like that, too.
Car. Past the 16 car.
No damage, but I got a 4X from my, not sure if somebody tapped me. I don't think anybody tapped me from behind, but I might have glitched through, like, the breakdancing car.
Yeah, I got a 4X, but the guy that hit me, and he hit me, didn't get anything
Same as Pocono.
last night.
That's weird.
I didn't think that was fair.
Shouldn't happen, technically.
I think one of the strangest races I've ever had in iRacing was a IndyCar race where I got like 22X at Milwaukee and I finished
And? Oh, fuck's sake.
in an IndyCar.
Oh! That didn't click for a second. That's actually... How'd you manage that?
It was just like a bunch of random 4Xs from like barely touching wheels. Or like phantom 4Xs.
That happens.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but they were all 4Xs that race. Like it was before they had the DQ system, so I would have been DQ'd.
I still hate the DQ system. As you can probably guess.
It does keep
I
the
think-
loonies kind of off the track a bit, though.
I think that I think that you should have it for like the D and C races, but B and A it shouldn't matter.
No, in my opinion, they should only count contact, wall hits, and spins for the DQ limit. Off tracks should not count, in my opinion.
What do you need, Bubba?
Like, I genuinely think if they're moved off tracks from the
I
DQ
can't,
equation,
buddy.
like, half the problems would be solved.
Can you go lay down?
Oh, for fuck's sake! This... Okay, ow. This car is just so temperamental. Like, in some ways, it's worse than the damn
Line up,
F1 car
single
with how
file.
temperamental it
Catch
is.
the pen,
I
car.
bet. So what kind of messed up stuff are you having to do to run the same pace as the Porsche?
I'm running the rear lower than the front.
That's different.
I'm not running minimum ride height on the front either. For whatever reason, you just gain so much speed down the straight when you raise the front. Because the front is just way aero sensitive. Let me put it this way. You know how the aero balance thing works, right? Like the center of pressure?
Okay.
So, for every millimeter that the nose goes down, that moves forward 0.5%.
Jeez.
Yeah. So every compression zone is death if you don't know it's coming. Because suddenly you'll be holding, like, you know, at Le Mans, that downhill S section after the first Dunlop chicken.
So that's probably why a lot of people are having the issues with the brake of the car just breaking loose.
That's exactly what it is. Because when you in those compression zones, and you have steering lock in it, and like it's usually like only 20 degrees of steering lock, if even that. Suddenly the downforce all moves to the front axle, and you have way more grip, and just snaps you
One
off.
lap to green.
Jeez. Sounds
So
like
I've
you,
actually-
sounds like you're having fun there.
It's interesting, I'll give it that. But it's not intuitive. It doesn't make sense. Like, and for one, I've maxed out the front heave spring, so like I can't make the front less sensitive than it is. Like I can't make it compress less, you know. So my only other option is to
heave
just
spring is what?
raise the damn thing up. Say again?
What's the heave spring?
It's like, instead of like two corner springs, you have a single center spring.
It's like the third spring?
Yeah, except that's the only one you get.
Huh.
Like, you know how the Renault works? The Renault 2.0?
No clue. I don't own it.
Ah, okay. But yeah,
So
you only have
basically, it's like it's basically like a spring in between the two wheels that pushes together as they go down.
Yeah, it only works in vertical. You have torsion bar for the roll control.
Okay.
But yeah, it's kind of shit. When I say kinda, it's very shit. Like, no, it makes sense for what Audi is doing with the car, but it's like, it's just such a pain in the ass when we don't have all the info that Audi gets. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Get ready, going green.
Second yellow flag.
Coming
Already?
green from
Wow.
our for our second yellow.
The pace car is in. Green flag, green flag. Car outside. Keep low. Clear. Car inside. Stay high, there's a car on the low side. You're up top, 3 wide, clear inside, car inside. Clear inside.
Another 4X.
Inside. Clear inside.
That doesn't sound promising.
Car outside.
Also, you need to be very careful
Still
around
there.
tall curbs
Hold
because
your
it
line.
grounds out really easily.
Clear. Outside. Stay low. There's a car on the high side. Clear outside. Car outside. Still there. Hold your line. Still there. Clear. Look car up high. Go low. The next car's the leader. The yellow flag is out. Line up single file.
Ooh, I missed a big one.
That's the 23 car by. Had the position when the yellow flag came out.
Who was that? Came across the track. Jesus.
So 8X, car's
He
fine.
was really warping just before that.
Lap 17.
Out
P12.
of?
Lap 17 out of 50.
Not bad.
Catch the 23 car.
Hey Chris, can you look at my right side pod?
Let's roll up here and take a look. Man, you look good.
You didn't have steering, but I'm sure you had a brake pedal to hold your brake so you wouldn't come across the racetrack in front of everyone.
Catch the 23 car.
Alright, 10-4. Chris, thank you.
He was in the middle of the track, and I was going to the apron to miss him, and I got a 4X out of it. I just didn't know if it was terrible.
What you need, buddy?
He's all the way up at the wall. We all go low to miss, and he just rolls right
Put it
down
right
the
here.
racetrack and that's it.
Another yellow flag. I think that took out about 4 cars in front of me.
Pit road is now open.
Here you go, Bubba. All right, go eat and then go to sleep, okay? Put it right here.
Line up single file. Catch the 14 car.
Where are you running, James?
P11. Might pick up a couple of spots when I pass the start-finish again.
Dario! Come here. Take this carefully, 2 hands to the table. There you go.
One lap to green.
Oh, you're still one better than me. I'm P12.
I think I'm going to be P9 when we go back to green.
Nice.
This is one track where patience really pays off, and I got that in spades, as you all know.
Yep.
Catch the 14 car. Get ready, going green. The pace car is in. Green flag, green flag. Outside. Still there. hold your line. Stay low, there's a car on the high side. Clear outside, outside. Keep low, clear outside.
Stop leaning on me, mate. Twice now.
Outside, clear outside. Outside, keep digging. Stay low. Stay low. Stay low, there's a car on the high side. Clear outside. You're in the top 10. Inside. Still there, hold your line. Still there, hold your line. Clear. Car inside. Stay high, there's a car on the low side. Clear. Car outside. Still there, hold your line. Stay low, there's a car on the high side. Still there, hold your line. Clear outside, outside. Stay low, there's a car on the high side. Still there. Clear outside. Car inside. Still there, hold your line. Clear inside. Okay, we're halfway to the finish.
Another yellow flag. Why do they always seem to crash in front of me?
Outside.
Fortunately, this track's wide enough you can avoid them
Outside.
if you know which way they're going to go.
Good luck with that.
Keep low. Clear outside.
Does mean I inherit a position, however.
Guess that's some compensation for taking a couple years off the end of your life.
Car outside. Still there. Clear outside.
I got another 4X. I'm up to 12.
Who's bouncing off you?
I guess this is what it's like to be Joseph with his Phantom 4Xs and netcodes. What you need? I can't help you, Bubba.
Car outside. Stay low. Clear.
Damn it.
Can you go put that away?
Inside. Still there. Hold your line. Keep high. Clear.
Go, Bubba. Go lay down, okay? It's about sleepy time.
Still in P8, 3 to pit stops. What lap are you up to, Dan?
34.
And we're 5 behind you, 29.
You're in the top 10.
Well, it's looking like green flag stops.
You lift into one to save the tires?
Not now that I'm later in the run. I was when I was in traffic, but
You're running on your own now?
yeah.
You have about 5 laps of fuel left.
Another yellow flag.
You've got 10 laps to go. You've got about 2 laps of fuel left.
I love these guys that try and send you a dummy into the pit lane.
Nobody's fooled.
One guy was. Or maybe he needed to pit anyway.
Pitting in.
Car inside. Clear.
He's like,
This is making me nervous. I'm up to
I
P6
got
for crying out
speeding,
loud.
and the guy, I got another 4X because I called pitting in, and the guy dives on the inside of me. Damaged car, I'm done.
Yeah, that sucks.
Did you hit the incident limit?
No, just cars bent to heck.
Yeah, these things are fairly fragile. Or fragile if you're talking a Christmas story.
Yeah, I was running P6 too. The guy just, I don't know what he was thinking. I called it out, everything. He had the top, I drift up a little, he just tries to undercut me. Oh, that's not going to do my SR any good. Yeah, it's too crooked. I'll give you 2 guesses of which country this guy's from.
Iberia.
Ding, ding, ding.
Tell him what he's won, Bobby.
Captain Obvious hat.
You've got 2 laps to go. leaders pitting now. White flag, one more lap to go.
You made it there?
Yeah, man, 3 liters to spare. We've probably done another lap.
Congratulations, man.
Thank you. Let everyone else fight each other and just hang back.
Another yellow flag.